Hey everyone! As you probably saw yesterday, the official cover art for Gamemaster Tailia Book 3 has dropped. About time, I'd say, because it's been a while since I gave a proper update on Gamemaster Tailia or the Tailia franchise as a whole, so this is kind of like a perfect timing, especially with Red Fridays 1 and 2 out of the way. This video is going to be talking about the actual cover itself, drawn by Audrey, who was the artist for Book 4 of the original series and Book 1 of the Gamemaster series. Here is the cover art, which is very different from any of my other books, but it's probably my favorite of all of them. I think Otami just knocked it out of the park almost perfectly. No, literally perfectly. From the details to the scenery and stuff, I think it's genuinely really good. That's just my personal opinion, you know. There are some covers in some of my books that I'm a bit mixed on. I don't think they're bad, but I feel like they could be improved. This one, I did not even have to do a single adjustment, a single update and all, because for all my covers I usually have to do some post-editing and stuff with lighting and position and all. Here, I just had to place the art in the template and it was done. The characters in the cover, as you can see, are Maxine Glade, who's also known as Tailia in the first series, and Juliet, who's, well, drowning. And this scene is an actual scene from the book. For the Gamemaster series, the first book's cover was a scene from the actual book, and that one was very small. It worked very well as a cover, you know. Book 2's cover is a lot more metaphorical, it's a lot more like conceptual. It's not an actual scene in the book. But book 3 is straight up a scene, and this is a perfect illustration of it. As you can see, Maxine is wearing some sort of bodysuit, and yes, this is the Gamemaster design. So I like to have for every book series some sort of like main design. As much as I love to experiment with having all kinds of outfits and stuff, for the first Tailia series, the main design is the one in Smart Crazy Girl with that shirt. For the Gamemaster series, this bodysuit is the main design, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. And this is not just for looks and stuff, this is actually useful. This bodysuit is very important for this book and for the franchise as well. So for any like promotional art and stuff that might be done in the future, you're going to see this or the other version, which we'll talk about later, because this is not just a let's talk about Gamemaster Tailia video. I screwed up, so I might as well talk about that as well. Where is that? Just wait and see. A Good Heart, which is the official title for Gamemaster Tailia Book 3. That title I was thinking of keeping in private for a little longer, but I decided to reveal it when Book 2 of Red Fridays dropped, because I felt like it was appropriate, because it has been a long time since there's been a proper Tailia update. And then the cover was done like a few days later, so yeah. The actual book is going to release around summer of this year. I'm not sure when exactly, because there is a very minimal chance that it actually releases at the very end of May, but I highly doubt it. I'd say June is the likeliest month. I doubt it will go to July, because July is already reserved for a new Red Fridays book, which is not the third one. This whole scheduling thing is kind of complicated, but I think I'm handling it pretty well. So I do think the book is going to release in June, it's just a matter of time. As for the page count, I have no idea. I don't even have an estimation because I really don't know. I don't know if it's going to be like the first book, so 226 pages, or like the second book, 300 pages. I think it's going to be between the two, but yeah, I literally don't know. There's going to be a lot of promotion for the overall series, and unlike the first Tailia series, I don't think I'll do a series collection for this series. Maybe not now, but I doubt I'll do one like this year. It just seems a bit too early, and I would love to just promote the Gamemaster Tailia series for the rest of the year as a whole, with all 3 books available on Amazon. I think the Gamemaster series in general is much higher quality than the first one, and again, I made it so that you can read the Gamemaster series without having read the original series. There are some plot points that are a lot more satisfactory if you read all of the books, but I think I made it pretty clear and pretty straightforward so that it's not annoying, it's not intimidating, I guess. Now the question now is, what's going to happen after Gamemaster Tailia? The truth is, I already leaked it myself. Yes, somewhere online, I accidentally revealed the title of what's happening after the series. Now, I'm not going to reveal it publicly because it hasn't been found yet, so that's good. But I will be saying that yes, there's at least one book that's going to release after Gamemaster Tailia, and that book has already been almost entirely planned out. For once, I have a whole notepad with all of the scenes described. I still have a few scenes missing, but it's a huge thing. It's almost a quarter of a Fight for It's book in terms of length. That's how seriously I am taking this project. And this book is going to be very special and very unique in the franchise. I'm not going to be able to tell you much, and one thing I will be saying for certain is that between Gamemaster Tailia and that book, there's going to be a long break. You're going to get a couple of months of just Fight for Rights. Right now you had books 1 and 2 that got released on March and April, and book 3 is actually releasing on May because it is fully written. Then you're going to get Gamemaster Tailia, and then you're going to get new Fight for Rights books, which are no longer going to be monthly. These books are just going to be done at my own pace, and especially the next one. The one after Still Here to Me, which is the third one, is very special to my heart. It's inspired of a French series I absolutely love, and it's going to be a complicated one to write, so I'm very excited, but I'm going to need quite a bit more time with this one than the others. And yeah, again, Fight for Rights, there's going to be more books as we go on. One thing I can say about the Untitled Tailia book, which is what I'm going to be calling it for now, is that I made a bet with someone over Tesla Paperback book 6. Well, actually, they did a bet with me. The problem is that they lost their bet, so now, according to them, they have to draw whatever I tell them to draw. And I kind of went insane and suggested them to draw Maxine from the Untitled Tailia book. And in that book, the only thing I can say is that she does have a new version of the bodysuit. In the Gamemaster Tailia book 3 cover, you can see that the bodysuit is primarily the black and the purple from the pants, you know. The white and pink on the top and the scarf are actual clothes put with the suit. They can be removed, and so basically in the Untitled Tailia book, she's going to have a bit of a new outfit to go with her bodysuit. Don't worry, there's a logical explanation and all that stuff. But I just want to say that if this drawing is done, it will be revealed publicly, and it will give you your very first hints as to what the hell is going to happen in Untitled Tailia. The description for Gamemaster Tailia book 3 is going to be revealed when the book is nearly done. I have the description, it is fully written, and I'm actually happy with it, but I'm going to be waiting just a little longer before revealing it publicly. That description actually does include spoilers from the previous books, while still avoiding spoilers from the actual book. It's kind of tricky. Again, I'm not good with writing descriptions, but I think this one actually works very well. Even if when you don't have the context of book 2, it might seem out of place when you just read that book. So yeah, this book is a straight sequel to the second one. And well, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, you know. The core of the Gamemaster Tailia book 3, some details surrounding the release date, the page count, and the bodysuit, which is the main thing. The scene in the book, I cannot tell you anything about it, so you just have the illustration for that. And finally talking about Untitled Tailia, which is going to happen after Gamemaster Tailia. But one thing's for sure, I'm not dropping the Tailia franchise anytime soon. The Untitled book is very special, and it's going to need a lot more time than usual for a Tailia book. And it's going to be being planned out very, very meticulously because I want it to be as good as possible. And yeah, it's very special. It has a lot of risks. So that book, you're not going to get any sort of news for a long time. You can try to guess what it could be about, and you can try to guess what could be after that book, but I'm not going to be saying anything else. And as for Frightful Rides, book 2 just released actually, so you can buy both books 1 and 2 on Amazon right now for $7.99. And book 3 is free written, so it is likely releasing this month. And book 4 is very special and very different. And it means a lot to me, so that one's going to take a bit more time. After Still Here to Me, I'm dropping the monthly releases because I wanted to have the first 3 released monthly while waiting for Gamemaster Tailia. And once that releases, I'm just going to be working in a chill manner. So, at my own pace. Thank you for watching and see you next time.